Yo yo yo, what's up? It's your boy One Arm. Today we're bringing you my Week 6 power rankings for the NFL 2020 season. It's been crazy. This season has been insane. We have teams that haven't even played their fifth week yet, or their fifth game yet. The Packers were on a bye week, so it's wild. But we are gonna start off at 32, you know who it is. The good old Jets. Them good old Jets right there, 32. Now, the Jets done went and released Le'Veon Bell. I think they're chalking up this season as a wash. And if I'm the Jets, I am basically going to have the first overall pick. They don't need a quarterback, or do they? Do you think they wasted a pick on a quarterback? Or would they trade back, acquire a few more picks, pick up some receivers, pick up some, maybe a running back, pick up some extra picks to help bolster that team for next year? But we have the Jets at 32. 31. We're going to put the Giants there again. They should have beat the Cowboys. They didn't. They had two calls pulled against them. Hey, it happens, right? So we have the Giants at 31. The Washington football team at 30. Kyle Allen, I guess, got hurt. I don't know what's going on over there. It's wild. And then up next we have, you know what's funny is this team, I swear people had them picked to go to the to like make it to the playoffs, go to the Super Bowl. They're on 5. They're definitely not. They're 0-5. Yeah, I don't predict them going to the Super Bowl. They done fired their coach. They let him go. So this might be a rebuilding year for the Falcons. Up next we have. I'm looking at my list from last week to see. Up next, see here's the hard part about doing these power rankings, right? Because I have the Jags, right? I have the Jags here. Come on. I have the Jags here at 28, right? But the problem is the Broncos are right ahead of them, but the Broncos haven't played. They're 1-3, right? They haven't played their fifth game, so it's weird, this whole team's taking time off because of COVID and then, stuff like that. So it's kind of weird. It's throwing me off. But we have the Jags, then the Broncos. The Broncos, I still think, might squeak out a game or two here and there. But as for this season, I think it's a wash. And I do see them drafting pretty high, or within the top 5 picks next year. Up next we have, now this hurts me because I'm a big, I like watching Joe Burrow throw the ball, right? And so this one kind of hurts putting Joe Burrow here, but at 1-3-1, that defense really is not helping him out very much, and it's showing. Up next, we have at 25. We're going to put the Lions here at 25. They had a week 5 bye. We didn't get to see them play. A lot of teams actually had a week 5 bye. It was kind of crazy. I think the Packers, the Lions, the Broncos. So, yeah, we have the Lions. They could win a couple of their next games. I think they're playing Let me see. The Jags and the Falcons. So, yeah, they could win maybe one, maybe both of those games, depending on what quarterback shows up or which Matthew Stafford shows up. At 24, we have... At 24, we are going to put, yeah, we got to do it. We're gonna put the Dolphins. Dolphins put points on the boards. They just don't seem to be winning, right? I think they play hard games. I think they played a hard game against Buffalo. Buffalo won, and towards the end, I think they played another hard game against Jacksonville and they won. But so yeah, we have the Bills at 24. 23. Wait, we are at 23, right? 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 6. Yeah, 23. Okay. Sorry, it's been a long morning. I've been helping Junior with his online math and writing and stuff like that, and he doesn't want to do it, so he's been driving me crazy. So 23, we're at 23 now. Here's the dilemma at 23, because they done, yeah, I didn't even want to put them at 23. I had them at 25, but I still think they'll knock out a couple more wins more than these two teams here. So we have the Texans. They fired O'Brien, which is probably going in a good direction, because truthfully, if you think about it, this team should have an abundant amount of first round picks, and they, for all those trades they did, and they have none for those trades. So boom, O'Brien had to go, and he went. So that's 23. 22. At 22, I'm sad because I really do think they should be higher than this, but I'm going to have to put the Chargers. All their losses, I think they're 1-4 right now. All their losses have been in the fourth quarter by 3 or in overtime. They pushed the Chiefs into overtime. They pushed the Panthers, who beat them. That's the only reason why I can't put them ahead of the Panthers. But they pushed the Panthers to a fourth quarter loss where they should have won, but Eckler dropped the ball. They lost to the Saints this week in overtime, which they should have won. The kicker bounced the ball off the goalpost or the upright, and they ended up going to overtime, and we all know how that ended. Justin Herbert looked good, though, man. I'm telling you, don't sleep on that boy. That dude can ball. So at 21, of course, we have to put the Panthers. I think the Panthers are 2-2 or 3-2. I can't remember. So they kind of came out of the whole Christian McCaffrey's supposed to be coming back sometime soon, and they have kind of kept it a little competitive without him, so should be a little bit better when he comes back. Up next, we are going to have the Cardinals. Now, I thought the Cardinals were going to be a little bit better than they are. Yeah, I thought the Cardinals were going to be a little bit better, but they just, I don't know, they just don't seem to. I mean, they are 3-2, which isn't bad, but I think that defense is kind of not playing to its full potential. And so we're going to put, right after that, we're going to put, it's hard for me to do this, but I got to put my Cowboys at 19. I just don't see us, with our schedule that we have, losing Dak. Prayers that go out to you, Dak, for a speedy recovery, man. We love you. And yeah. But with my defense, I just don't think the Red Rifle can do what Dak was doing and bring us back to maybe winning in the fourth quarter. We'll see. It's going to be quite an adventurous ride for the rest of the season. But yeah, I have the Cowboys at 19. I'm going to put the Eagles at 18. They should be getting some pieces back. Carson Wentz just needs to learn. Carson Wentz is having trouble right now, and they need to figure out why and what the problem is with Carson Wentz. So if they can do that, they'll definitely, win this division. But so that's what, 18, so 17. Oof, 17. We're going to put, where are they? I always have trouble finding teams on here. We're gonna put the Vikings. The Vikings, they're not bad, but they're not good. I still think they can salvage the season if they can right the ship, but they have to figure that out. I just don't know if Cousins is the answer there anymore. And the defense definitely is getting torched. They let, I think it was Russell Wilson come back. He was down, 3 touchdowns? They let him score 3 touchdowns. Or they were down 2 touchdowns and Russell Wilson scored 3 in a matter of like a minute 50 or something like that. I can't remember. It might be exaggerated a lot. But yeah, they let Russell Wilson come back to win the game. Short story. So what's that? 2019, 18, 17. I really got to start marking these a little bit better. 17. So we're at 16, right? Ooh, I have to put the Niners here. The Niners I just don't know if the Niners are any good right now. That defense took a big hit. The offense is definitely hurting. Yeah, I have to put the Niners at 16. 15, we have, okay, 15, we're gonna put the Colts at 15 and then the Bears at 14. I like what the Bears have done with benching Trubisky. I told you guys at the beginning of the season he is not their answer. Foles comes in and he seems to be doing pretty well. They're 4-1. They beat the Bucks by 1 last week, so I mean, you have that. And yeah. At 13, we're actually gonna put the Bucks at 13, only ahead of the Bears, because I believe at the end of the season the Bucks will have a better record than the Bears. And they look good. I mean, they got to get the run game going. The Bucks do. I think maybe with Le'Veon Bell out there. Listen, Le'Veon Bell will be picked up. I don't care who you are. Le'Veon Bell will be picked up this season. There's too many injuries, right? Teams that could possibly pick him up: 1, the Bucks; 2, the Chargers. But the only problem, I don't think he would go to the Chargers, only because I know Le'Veon Bell wants to win, and he might be the key piece that the Chargers need to start winning. But if he goes to the Bucks, that could be the reason why the Bucks go, to the Super Bowl. So we don't know. All right, sorry, had some complications, had to stop the video. But we're at 13 now. 12th, right? 12th. Where my teams? There we go. So at 12, we're gonna have to put the Raiders. The Raiders beat the Chiefs this week. That pass rush looked really good, man. They really seem to be kind of clicking on all cylinders right now. Like I said, that pass rush was getting to Mahomes. They caused him to throw his first interception, and they made the Chiefs look human, right? And like I said, the Chiefs should have lost 2 games. They should be, 0-2 in the division right now. They should have lost to the Chargers, but the Chargers kind of squandered that one. So up next, we're going to have, 11? I'm a little torn here at 11, right? Because we have... Actually, I'm not. The Patriots I have at 11. They're good. But without Cam, they're definitely not gonna win anything. They need Cam. He caught the virus, so he won't be playing for a couple of weeks. So they gotta, weather the storm for that. And that's 11, right? 19, 18, 17, 16. So yeah, maybe I should start numbering them on my spreadsheet here. So 11. Up next, we have the top 10. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because the top 10 I had last week is definitely not the top 10 that I have coming into this week, right? So we're gonna put the Bills at 10. They played last night against the Titans and got steamrolled. Now, remember, I said the Bills had a tough game against Miami. Miami gave them a little bit of a scare, but the Bills knocked that one out. Bills also had a really close game against the Rams, but they came away with the victory. Starting to think that the Bills might be running a little low. I know they lost a couple players, but still, a lot of teams have lost a couple players. But we still have the Bills at 10. And then at 9, we're gonna put the Saints at We're gonna put the Saints at 9. I know they won this week, but they should have lost. The Saints squeaked out one in overtime against the Chargers. The Chargers kicker didn't miss it in regulation. Saints end up not winning that game, but we have the Saints at 9. 8, I'm going to put the Titans at 8, because from what I saw, now mind you, the Bills kind of had a messed up schedule because they didn't know who they were playing this week. They didn't know if they were playing Tuesday night, or they didn't know if they were going to be playing the Chiefs on Monday night, I think. I don't know. It was some weird thing that if they didn't play the Titans, then they were going to play the Chiefs, right? And so, but the Titans came out, and yeah, we all know the stiff arm heard around the world. Josh Norman, as much shit as he talks, literally got tombstoned into the ground by the big man Derrick Henry. When are guys going to start to realize that they can't tackle that man up high? There's no way you're going to bring Derrick Henry down tackling him without taking his feet out. But, the Tannehill looked good. Tannehill, I think, had, 3 touchdowns? Derrick Henry had 2 touchdowns. I think Tannehill even had a rushing touchdown. So, yeah, it was like 42 or 41 to, 20-something. So the Titans came in, and they just, we were kind of me and a buddy of mine were talking about, who the Titans are, they're undefeated, but they're having trouble. And then they come out and play a game like that, and it's like, whoa, okay, whoa, I apologize. Hold up. So at 6, right? At 6, or no, 10, 9, 8, 7. Ooh, see, math hard. At 7, we are going to put the... Oof, man. See, this is where it gets a little hard for me, because do I think... Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. We're going to put the Rams at 7 and the Browns at 6. Man, I never thought I would ever say Browns at 6. They have a good run game. I know Chubb is injured. Might be on IR. But Chubb's injured, but they still have Kareem Hunt. And the rookie that they have, man, that guy came out, and he looks shifty as heck. He's going to be interesting to watch. I'm not even lying. I was really impressed with that rookie running back that they had come out and run the ball. To spell Kareem Hunt, he's very shifty. So at 6, we have the Browns. Now here's where people start to get really upset at me. My top 5, right? And 5th, I have to put the Steelers, only because I feel the Steelers, I mean, they've played teams, but I'm waiting to see. I know they still have a game. I think they are one off, right? They didn't play last week because of the COVID scare, right? Don't quote me on that. Chase Claypool definitely is starting to make a name for himself. Glad to see he's doing good. But we have the Steelers. Now, here comes the fun part, right? Here comes the interesting part here. I'm not impressed with the Chiefs this year. I had them at 1, but losing to the Raiders, almost losing to the Chargers. I think a pass rush, if you have a good pass rush, I think you might be able to dethrone them. So I'm going to put the Chiefs at 4 until they can show me something this week. This bounce back game this week is going to be interesting. We're going to put the Seahawks at 3. I love, truthfully, as much as I hate Russell Wilson for losing me my fantasy football last year, the dude just knows how to win. At this point, if I had to choose a quarterback to lead my team, it would probably be Russell Wilson, right? The dude is just lights out. And I mean, that defense is horrendous, right? The run game, they lost Carson. I don't know if he played if he's like done for the year, but yeah, it's crazy, and I had to put him above the Chiefs because the Chiefs allowed the Raiders last week to put up 500 yards of total offense, right? They put up 500 yards of total offense. And 5 of those plays went for over 40 yards. So that defense is definitely susceptible to big plays. And we saw that happen. And the Seahawks have nothing but big play ability. I mean, Tyler Lockett, DK, my boy DK Metcalf. It's crazy how teams passed up on him for 3 rounds? Man. So up next, we're going to have the Ravens at 2. I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for that from someone. I'm not going to say his name. But I still think the Packers are 1 right now. They haven't lost. And much like Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers is playing with a fire under him. Like, I've never seen this man so fired up to be throwing a ball around, and he is taking it out on other teams, and I am loving it. So yeah, that's gonna be my week 6 power rankings. Like I said, it was really difficult this week because a lot of teams are, we're on bye weeks. Other teams didn't play because of COVID and stuff like that, so it was really hard to I had to take in consideration for that. So like I said, this week is kind of like where I thought teams should be with their stats or their standings with the COVID stuff going in, okay? But I'm excited for next week. Next week is going to be really fun. We get to catch up on more games. And yeah, so that's going to be it for me. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. It, really brings notice to the videos when you hit that like button. Even if you don't like my power rankings, please, hit the like button. It costs nothing except for a click of your finger and maybe a click of your mouse. But yeah, make sure you pound the hell out of that notification bell as well. Y'all be safe. Y'all take it easy. I love y'all. Peace.